Pope St. Leo II was pope from the 17th of August 682 to the 28th of June 683. He is one of the popes of the Byzantine Papacy. Background and early activity in the Church. He was a Sicilian by birth. He may have ended up being among the many Sicilian clergy in Rome at that time, due to the Islamic Caliphate battles against Sicily in the mid-7th century. Though elected pope a few days after the death of Pope St. Agatho, he was not consecrated till after the lapse of a year and 7 months. Leo was known as an eloquent preacher who was interested in music, and noted for his charity to the poor. Reign as Bishop of Rome. Elected shortly after the death of Agatho, Leo was not consecrated for over a year and a half. The reason may have been due to negotiations regarding imperial control of papal elections. These negotiations were undertaken by Leo's predecessor Agatho between the Holy See and Emperor Constantine IV. They concerned the relations of the Byzantine court to papal elections. Constantine IV had already promised Agatho to abolish or reduce the tax that the popes had been paying to the imperial treasury at the time of their consecration, an imperial policy that had been in force for about a century. Leo's short-lived pontificate did not allow him to accomplish much, but there was one achievement of major importance. He confirmed the acts of the Sixth Ecumenical Council. This council had been held in Constantinople against the monothelite controversy, and had been presided over by the legates of Pope Agatho. After Leo had notified the emperor that the decrees of the council had been confirmed, he made them known to the nations of the West. In letters written to the king, the bishops, and the nobles of Spain, he explained what the council had effected, and he called upon the bishops to subscribe to its decrees. During this council, Pope Honorius I was anathematized for his views in the monothelite controversy as tolerant of heresy. Leo took great pains to make it clear that in condemning Honorius, he did so not because Honorius taught heresy, but because he was not active enough in opposing it. In accordance with the papal mandate, a synod was held at Toledo in which the Third Council of Constantinople was accepted. Regarding the decision of the council, Leo wrote once and again in approbation of the decision of the council and in condemnation of Honorius, whom he regarded as one who profana traditione immaculatum fidem subvertere conatus est. In the bearing upon the question of papal infallibility, these words have caused considerable attention and controversy, and prominence is given to the circumstance that in the Greek text of the letter to the emperor which the phrase occurs, the milder expression subverti permissit is used for subvertere conatus est. At this time, Leo put an end to the attempts of the Ravenna archbishops to get away from the control of the Bishop of Rome. The Pope sweetened the deal for the Ravenna bishops by abolishing the tax it had been customary for them to pay when they received the pallium. Also, in apparent response to Lombard raids, Leo transferred the relics of a number of martyrs from the catacombs to churches inside the walls of the city. He also dedicated 2 churches, St. Paul's and Sts. Sebastian and George. Burial. Leo was originally buried in his own monument. However, some years after his death, his remains were put into a tomb that contained the first 4 of his papal namesakes.